This video is not about me. It's not about the challenge. It's about the power of sport. It's about bringing people together for a bigger purpose, for a greater goal. Doddie Weir is one of rugby's most recognisable personalities, and after being diagnosed with MND in 2017, he was driven to help fellow sufferers and fund research into this incurable disease. His vision was a simple one. He wanted a world free of MND. Unfortunately, Doddie is no longer with us, but we continue to keep his dream alive. 550 miles in 48 hours, including all stops. This is no mean feat. We had to earn our sleep, earn our breaks, because there was definitely no delay for the start of the match.
3, 2, 1.
Scotland!
Ultimately, we're a bunch of amateurs, riding in the middle of winter. This is an extraordinary challenge taken on by ordinary people.
Mark and I are back, but this time we're doing a challenge with a purpose, aren't we, Mark?
We are indeed. It is early doors at the Principality Stadium. For those not on British soil, this is Cardiff, Wales, the capital, and we're going to Edinburgh.
Yeah, and this time I'm not actually wearing GCN kit. No, I've actually gone and got myself some Doddie AIDS tartan. What do you think?
It's, well, I don't know, I'm sure GCN viewers are going to have a strong opinion on this lycra. I mean, it's divisive, but I have to say, it really sort of strikes quite an image when you've got a peloton of what's going to be 200 riders going through the British countryside dressed like this.
Yeah, and it's not just us starting at Principality. We're heading 555 miles towards Edinburgh to Murrayfield, which is kind of the home of Scotland rugby, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So 5 years ago, Rob Wainwright, that guy, approached me and said, look, shall we do something for his great late friend Doddie Weir to raise money for research and to look after those who are suffering with motor neuron disease. And he said, why don't we carry the match ball for the big rugby match between Scotland and England between the stadiums, between Edinburgh and London. And I said, great, what could possibly go wrong? Middle of February, 500 miles in 2 days, sounds great. And we did that. There was 4 or 5 riders, and now look at it. There's 200 riders here today, and we got hank involved, which is pretty exciting.
Here's to what's going to be an epic ride. I'm looking forward to it.
And just like that, we are underway. A sea of bright yellow and blue tartans spread across the Welsh countryside. I was excited, nervous, and determined. This is a challenge that means more to me than any other. I have a personal connection to this horrific disease, and I am determined to do my bit.
Well, we finally escaped Cardiff. It was a bit of a rammy, but rather than having angry toots of horns with this peloton, it was actually lots of encouragement, lots of people sort of waving and peeping away, and it shows that the message has got out. And this peloton that's now snaking its way up through Wales and England and Scotland has really captured the hearts and minds of so many people. The firefighters were out there clapping us past, with school kids coming out. Early days, but it's a great feel in the peloton so far. One thing to be said from bike riders teaming up with rugby players is that they cut a good shape. A peloton of rugby riders, it really is a scrum. And little Hankmeister here, look at him.
I'm the smallest of the lot, what's going on?
Tucked in behind some of these prop forwards. I saw you this morning riding with Mr. Rob Wainwright, ex-Scotland rugby captain, British Lion. What's it like teaming up with these rugby guys? We've got a big engine.
I feel like we got proper the brotherhood. I feel like, you know, I feel in the trenches with some pretty big burly men, which is no bad thing. I feel safe actually. It's good.
Why are we at a rugby pitch, I hear you ask, on an epic journey from Cardiff to Edinburgh? And it all stems from this jersey here and the tartan livery. It's all for Doddie, who was a massive rugby player, ended up getting MND, motor neuron disease, and raised insane amount of money. There isn't a cure for MND, and there needs to be, so we're raising as much funds as humanly possible. So I'm not wearing my usual Castelli kit. I've been given one of the charity jerseys, and Doddie was pretty loud character. He unfortunately passed away last year, so it's all in aid for him really, and rugby was a big passion of his, hence why we're riding the Six Nations ball from Cardiff to Edinburgh, and we're all wearing this very bright kit, which is actually quite nice, because at the moment it's not a challenge that me or my Mark are doing, and we're not making, you know, it's not about us, it's about a much bigger picture. And so many people on this ride have got incredible stories of why they're doing such an epic challenge. But for me, it's important to you know, do my bit, and I hope I can do that by raising some funds. Anyway, from rugby pitch, the sun is going down, and then we are through into the night shift, which is going to be pretty long, I reckon. Anyway, back to the riding.
The reception we got wherever we went was unbelievable, and it really kept all of our spirits nice and high.
And just like that, we're in the night shift. The sun's gone down, mood is still good in the camp, and yeah, it's quite nice going back into night riding. Russ still here, the temperature's dropped, but we're still going. Big Martin Johnson leading us up the KOM. Quick update, Mr. Wainwright. Where are we? How have you got on? 155 miles in?
Yeah, possibly a touch more. We're at Newtown Rugby Club. It's dinner time.
Yeah.
And
It's got cold, isn't it?
It's pretty chilly. It's, what is it?
We've done 10 hours, 30 minutes.
10 hours, 30 minutes. So, you know, we're getting good.
We're tapping away, aren't
We've
we?
only got 400 miles left. The spirits are really high. We've managed our nutrition. We've kept together. We worked as teams, and
now we need some grub.
and
nice hot food.
Fuel up. Let's fuel up.
Let's go. See you on the road.
As the night drew in and the temperature plummeted, the 30 miles to our next stop for the night was a real struggle.
So that's end of day one. Good old Martin Johnson sticking it in the big ring up the top there. It is cold. Now it's time for a quick kip and then back on the road in the morning. 180 miles done. Yeah. Not warm. And good morning. 5 a.m. 180 miles in. Long way to go. Everyone's ready. Lights are on. Ball's ready.
Watch your back.
Right, about time we get going. 200 miles plus planned today. So, another long day in the saddle. Yeah, let's go. Moon still shining bright.
After an early start, breakfast was planned for us about 40 miles down the road at Wrexham Football Club. Some fast roads, a cold start, but ticking down the miles before sunrise. sun brings a new day and 2 centuries ahead before the next proper stop. What more do you want? Let's go. Good to have Mr. Sir Chris Hoy joining the core group. Well done, team, led by team captain. Good old Russ putting in the front. But we seem to be stopped at a train station anyway.
Hopefully it will take a while.
Still going strong though. Still loads of miles to go. We're slightly behind time, a couple of hours behind time, so it looks like we might be missing a sleep or two. I'm just hoping we're not going to have to ride non-stop for the next 300 and something miles. Anyway, just keep pedaling. So, quite a way through now. It's 4:30 on our second day. Hit Tollington, and Ollie told me to get chips and gravy. So apparently it's a Yorkshire thing. Anyway. Chips and gravy. Well, just what the doctor ordered. Another rugby field and plenty of rain. Perfect. Here we are, into the night shift. Still rocking it. Into the Yorkshire hills.
How you finding the hills and dales?
Gotta love them, especially in the night. Tailwind. Quiet. Could be worse. Last day, we got to get the ball to the match, and it's 12 o'clock, and we're basically riding through. Come on, team, let's go. More cycling to come, as if 370 miles wasn't enough. Let's go. Big stint done. Just arrived. How you feeling, Rob? Big stint done there.
Yeah, brilliant. That was really good. We were actually flying along the A1, and here we are at Alnwick. And
Still a fair way to go, just under 100 miles, is it?
Yeah, we've got 91.
91.
Brain is now beginning to cease to function.
Right, let's get some food.
So we'll get some food. We'll get a big welcome from the fine folk at Alnwick who are up in the middle of the night looking after us. Yeah. There are people as crazy as we are. That is very reassuring.
I can hear some bagpipes as well.
Bagpipes, oh God.
$450 miles in and just under 100 miles to go. So I feel like we're on the home stretch. We're into Scotland, been welcomed with some bagpipes. What more do you want? We're not in Scotland yet, are we? We're not in Scotland yet. We're not in Scotland yet. Yeah, we're under 100 miles though to go. And team's been cracking on nicely. We picked up the pace through Newcastle and making our way up north. Edinburgh's in sight, but we've still got a fair way to go, and we've got some tired legs among us, and little to no sleep for a few. So, doing well, but the game is nearly there, and we've got the match balls, so we need to make it. And I've got some gruel to keep me going. Perfect. So it's the morning and 70 miles from Edinburgh. The sun is coming up, beautiful sunrise. Managed to capture. Still loads of support as we get closer to Scotland. But there's nothing better than having a good sunrise.
And then it rejuvenates you, even though you're tired. You still feel like you've got that extra push. All good. And support from everywhere. It's been incredible. Oh, I love it. So good to have this guy back.
What a hero. How are you feeling? What, 400
Yeah,
miles
good.
in? 400 miles plus? Still smiling.
Still smiling,
I'm
yeah.
impressed.
I think we got some tired legs there, but everyone's doing bloody good, so can't complain. And there is the border. We are in Dunbar, and what a welcome. So all the kids have come out to see the ball, see Rob, support what we're doing here, and the game is yet to commence this afternoon, so I think everyone's getting pretty excited about this big Scotland-Wales game, but the ball is getting a lot of attention, so it's just so good to see everyone out and support it. I mean, what more do you want? But I'm knackered, shattered.
As we rolled into Edinburgh, the end was in sight. All of the pain seemed to leave our legs and the atmosphere took over. It took me back to Tour of Britain or riding Tour de Yorkshire. The crowds lined the streets.
What a ride! What a ride! Wow, here we are! Murrayfield Stadium.
Wow, what a ride. Everyone participating in this ride and the wider circle managed to raise an insane £700,000. Now that is the power of sport.
There you go, we made it to Scotland, to Murrayfield, the home of rugby here in Scotland. We've delivered the ball, the match ball for the Scottish-Wales game. The mission is complete, all for Doddie Weir and the M&D Foundations. Amazing. And I'm just so happy to be a part of it. If you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up button. And if not, just for the amazing support everyone's done for this incredible charity. And not much else to say, except I'm getting a bit emotional. So I'm going to see you guys later. And I can't wait to get in there and soak up all the atmosphere. Love you all.